Is Bitcoin finally making a comeback in 2018? So today I'm recording this video, it's April 19th, and Bitcoin right now is currently at a little over $8,000. It's at $8,354 right now at the time I'm making this video. I'm sure by the time you watch it, it'll probably be a little bit changed, but Bitcoin really since the beginning of 2018, kind of towards the end of 2017, December range, Bitcoin has done nothing but gone down. It has not only gone down, but gone down some pretty tremendous numbers. It was around 19,000. Now it's all the way down to 8,000 right now, and it's been as low into the 6,000. So Bitcoin, the hype was real back in 2017. It seems like less and less people are talking about it, which is probably a good thing. And it seems like I'm getting way less Bitcoin ads and seeing way less Bitcoin videos just on YouTube in general, which thank God, a lot of the people who are promoting it now, their channels are dead, which is probably a good thing. But anyways, going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin, even though I usually don't talk about cryptocurrencies or anything like that in my videos. I think it's nice every now and then to talk about them because they are very big in finance right now, and they are a pretty big investment that a lot of people are putting in. But anyways, before I get in the video, if you haven't checked out my channel before, I talk about investing and the stock market. So if you haven't checked out my channel, definitely can head over to it and consider subscribing. But other than that, getting on to the video, like I said, Bitcoin, is it making a jump back? Now, really since April, it was dipping below $7,000 in the high $6,000 range, and now it's at $8,000. So it has gone up a little bit over the past couple of weeks or so. And like I said, it's April 19th when I'm recording this, so it's probably going to be a different price by the time you watch this video. But it has gone up a pretty reasonable amount over the past couple of weeks. One thing to note, it is pretty much impossible to do any sort of technical analysis with Bitcoin right now. And I think if people are trying to do it, they're probably lying to you a little bit because well, first off, like, who actually knows if technical analysis can work with Bitcoin? Let's say you're even using the same analysis you'd be using to do with Forex, and you're kind of comparing it to Forex because, I mean, it pretty much is a currency, even though it's a cryptocurrency, it still is a currency. So yeah, I guess you could compare it to Forex charts and stuff like that, but even so, who knows how reliable that's going to be. So for anyone in the comment section hating with, like, I don't know, some technical analysis stuff, you're kind of making it up. Don't fall for it. If someone else tried to teach you that, they're probably, not telling you exactly the truth or kind of misleading you a little bit. But I don't actually think Bitcoin's going to keep going up like crazy like it did before in 2017 and really 2016. But I do think there's a good chance that Bitcoin, rather than going skyrocketing up like it did in the past, starts going up slowly. Like how basically stocks work, Bitcoin similar to supply and demand type thing, but there's also another component to it with the blockchain and actually mining Bitcoin. But one of the factors that pushes up or pushes down the price of Bitcoin is supply and demand. And Bitcoin isn't, you can't really compare this to like one of the hot stocks that a lot of people talk about. Like some of the stocks a lot of people are talking about right now are like Square, Netflix, even Amazon, Google, big stocks like that might be going up because a lot of the news, a lot of the hype, maybe some IPOs that came out. Like Bitcoin was totally different than all of that. It not only was in the news and was popular and was a hot topic, it was like that for almost an entire year. And it wasn't just a hot topic, it was literally like the only thing financial news stations, including a lot of YouTube channels as well, were talking about. And it's really everything, anything that anyone was talking about for like a couple of months or so back then. But even random people who didn't invest and knew nothing about it were talking about cryptocurrencies and, especially Bitcoin. So do I think Bitcoin is actually going to go back up and make a comeback? I think it probably will in the next couple of months or so, but not necessarily the way it's gone up in the past. I don't think it's going to shoot up to like $19,000 or anything crazy like that, but I do think it's actually going to go up a little bit. And one thing people are wondering about, they said it's available on the Robinhood app for some people. Like if I pull up the Robinhood app right here on my phone, you can see Bitcoin right there, which is kind of cool that you can use Robinhood to buy some cryptocurrencies. I can't yet. I think it's like a state-by-state basis on who they're letting use it yet, because they have to go through a lot of legal stuff. But one thing to note, a lot of people try to say the case or try to make the case that because a lot of brokerages like Robinhood were trying to offer cryptocurrencies on their platform, that cryptocurrency was going to be good and like it was going to be the future. Like that was kind of one of their reasons for it to be popular in the future, to be a pretty good investment, that brokerages were allowing you to trade it. But one thing to note very carefully is that Robinhood and Robinhood Crypto are two actual different companies, like two totally different LLCs. Like if you can go to the bottom of their website, it says it. I actually noticed this when I was on the website the other day. Robinhood Crypto and Robinhood, just normal Robinhood, are two totally different companies. So they could totally close out crypto without actually impacting their main company or, hurting its profits or anything like that. And I think they did that on purpose because of how risky it is. So that is one thing to note with the Robinhood app. But if we look at, I'm just looking at some other cryptocurrencies right now. I have never invested in any cryptocurrency except for Bitcoin, and it was very, very little, and I made a little bit of money on it, but I got out right away, and it was mainly from referrals. So I don't actually have a position on Bitcoin at all right now, or any other cryptocurrencies, or any other, stocks related to that while making this video. So, I do think that Bitcoin is going to go up in 2018 a little bit. I don't think there's going to be any massive sell-off or any, crazy decline in price or anything like that like it had in the past. Kind of hit that bottom out point, I think, and now like the people only left that were holding it are the people who were planning on to hold it long term, who probably bought it, in the $100 range or a couple $1,000 range, not people who are buying it at the $10, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17,000 range. I think all of those people were the ones who sold out. I would have to argue that mainly because it bottomed out at the price it did, and that's kind of when it started going up, was around that 6,000 range. Even though it's like impossible to do any technical analysis on Bitcoin right now because it hasn't been out long enough or anything like that. It's even hard to just see basic support and resistance lines on it because there really aren't any right now, especially because it had such dramatic increases and such dramatic decreases. But if you really are looking at Bitcoin, if I personally don't invest in Bitcoin. I don't know if it's necessarily a buy right now or anything like that. I think it was a better buy in the $6,000 range, but went down like crazy to below $7,000 and went back up to $11,000, $12,000 range. And once again, that was the hype from the people who don't actually care about Bitcoin, but people who were just trying to make a quick profit on it. Went up, went down a little bit, and now it went back down to below that $7,000 range. And it hasn't gone down yet. It's at $8,300 right around now. So I do think Bitcoin's going to go up, continue to go up in 2018. I don't think it's going to reach the massive heights like it did in the past, but I would be careful if it slowly does go up to that $10,000, $15,000 range. There is a very, very good chance that it's going to all of a sudden get popular again. All the YouTube channels are going to start talking about it, and then it's going to crash back down. So I would definitely be careful with that. But I think a lot of people who are currently holding Bitcoin are holding it for the long term. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and definitely comment below what you think about Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency really, and what you think is going on in that little cryptocurrency realm. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And like I said before, if you haven't checked out my channel before, I talk about investing in the stock market. So if you're interested in anything like that, definitely consider subscribing. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching.